or they try to.
Back to the Pittsburgh Business Virgin. We're here today with Chuck Denning of XVP Solutions. Typically, this is a segment where we talk about three of the biggest mistakes that you run into with when starting a business or in the process of growing your business. But off camera, we were talking, there's one pretty major aspect that you find that a lot of people are missing. If you care to share that with us, Chuck.
Yeah, great. I really think it starts with a person understanding their true purpose in life. So often we're in a situation where we get forced into life and we take a position because it's about making money and got to pay the bills and we have kids and things like that. And so we first need to really understand what our passion is, because without passion, you're probably going to fail. Now, if we know what our passion is and we follow that passion, there's really a formula that you can use to establish success. Success is about improved results, better than where I am today. And improved results need to happen both in a professional way and a personal way. And the formula works really backwards. When you know where you want to be, what the improved results ought to be, you work backwards and you say that to get that, there has to be a positive behavior change. Something has to happen that's different than today so that I can have better results than I'm having today. So to get to that positive behavior change, we believe that goals coupled with skills and knowledge have to be in place, and then an attitude to support all of those things. You know, if
Positive
you're going to
affirmations, keeping a positive attitude.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and an attitude that says, hey, I do need to go back to school maybe to get some continuing education, or I do need to put some extra time in on, you know, the development of the business. There has to be a positive attitude there.
But also, people don't want to be around a Debbie Downer. That's the other thing. If every time someone, you know, talks to you, whether you're in your office or, you know, everybody that's watching this, that's worked in a corporate setting, has that one person where they come down the hall, you look for the closest open door to dive into it because they're going to tell you why the company's shitty, why they're having a crappy day, and no one wants to be around that person because they're negative.
You know, and very honestly, I was one of those people in my past. I was one of those always putting a negative spin on something.
Yeah.
And what you find out, though, is you end up becoming, in your life, a product of an environment that you grew up in.
Yep.
And it wasn't because anybody wanted me to be negative, but you start to grow up in things where you start to see people not have success, and the world's getting screwed and you're getting screwed with it, and before long it becomes a part of your personality. You know, before
the victim mentality, things are happening to me versus me controlling my own destiny.
Exactly.
You know, you're a boat with no rudder and that type of thing.
Exactly.
And woes me, yeah.
You know, and we know that before the age of 5, the majority of your personality is developed. And, you know, mom's telling you, don't talk to strangers and don't do this, don't put your hands on the stove. And it's all for good reason. But today you're a salesperson. And packed inside of the very being that you are, she's told you not to talk to strangers. Now, that creates a problem for a person to be successful.
Yeah.
But not many people will think that through far enough to know that that's some of the hurdles that they have to overcome.
Well, you're
in
only
life.
born with two fears: fears of falling and fear of loud noises.
There you go.
All the other fears that you create in your life, whether it be public speaking or all these other things, those are learned. That's nurture. Nature. There's only two fears that you're born with. Everything else is nurture.
That's correct.
And people have to understand that.
Yeah. So what we find in today's world then is that our personalities, our attitudes are guiding us in a way where we're operating typically in a very unconscious way. You know, you drive to work in the morning and you take the same route every day and you drive past 20 businesses and you've never talked to one of those business owners one time. And so you're missing opportunity in your life. Okay, so we know in this success formula that we have to bring those things to the surface and get you to consciously think about what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And I guarantee you that next time or the next couple weeks, over that course of that drive in the morning, you're going to get to know probably most of those business owners that you're passing on
Awesome.
on your way to work.
And Chuck, we're going to make sure that we put your formula for success up
Great.
For people to see what you're talking about in this segment, so that they can really understand what you bring to the table when you sit down with a business owner and help them really think about their business in a much more holistic manner.
Great.
And realize that the business really is there to serve you personally, not the other way around. And
That's
I think
right.
that's one of the biggest themes I got out of our session today. Awesome stuff. Great stuff. Anything else there?
No, just give Chuck a ring at 724-864-3145. XVPsolutions.com. Check him out on the web. And we'll come back for Chuck's recipe for success.
Thanks, sir.